Hello everyone, it's Deb Floros of Deb Loves Jewelry. I'm opening up the Soft Flex Mystery Design Kit, All That Glitters. And as always, these kits are great challenges, great fun, so many fun things to work with. So I'm so excited to open this one up and get started on something fun. You can share your designs as well. I love their packaging. Their packaging always aligns with the theme. This tissue paper has some sparkle in it, which is so much fun. I just love it. So I always hate like ripping this stuff open because it's just so beautiful and pretty and cheerful. But let's see what we've got here. Oh my goodness. Wow. This is definitely a bag of glittery things, and I'm here for it. First of all, we've got some Soft Flex in their white, which I adore. And we've got gold findings, including some star connectors and a ring finding, which is super fun. And of course, we've got those wonderful Soft Flex crimp tubes. Look at this bag of deliciousness. Wow, I love, what is this? This is actual glitter. And in the glitter are some stars, which I think we might be able to leverage. Let's see what we can do. So much fun. And bugle beads, which I'm obsessed with right now. Such a pretty little bugle. And look at these crystal points with this cool finish on them. They look very ethereal and super fun, so you can make a really interesting pendant with that. And these glass beads are so interesting. I've not seen these before. They're so nice. And All That Glitters, the design elements from Jesse James Beads, has lots of fun goodies. So here's the findings bag, and look at this ring finding. You can wire wrap some beads onto this finding. So much fun. I'm not sure I'm going to do that today, but I also love a great connector, and these stars are fantastic. And here are the crystals. Now, I am a big crystals fan, so this is just singing my tune. And of course, there's these beautiful hearts, which I love, LUV love. There's these clear ones with an AB, there's gold, and there's silver. So this is just giving me all the New Year's Eve vibes and holiday vibes. And then you can take this amazing blend of beads, this mix of beads. Oh my gosh. There are some metal pieces that are super fun. These filigrees, these beautiful bead frames, which I love. I love that shape. And look at these together. Perfection. So there's so much opportunity to make with this design challenge kit for this month. I'm going to go for working with those crystals, and I'm going to need some Soft Flex, of course, and also those metal beads that were in the findings bag, and those beautiful ear wires, which I love. And we're going to actually use that glitter and a couple of crimp tubes. So this is going to be interesting. I kind of messed around and decided that this was something fun I wanted to try, and it actually worked. So I'm going to share it with you. I've got some Soft Flex. You can cut off probably maybe 1.25 feet, and you'll want to take 4 of those crystals and put them onto your wire. So I'm picking the silver, but of course you can choose any of those color tone or colorways out of your mix. And then I'm going to take my my Soft Flex and put it back through the beads, and I'm going to create a little cluster of beads. So I'm going to pull that tight and then position the beads so they're sitting next to each other. So they'll look like that. And I'm going to mess with that just a little bit, pulling tight on that. You'll want to go back through the beads so that you have another layer of support for that loop down at the bottom. Then I'm going to take a different color bead. So in this case, I'm using that gold tone bead that was in the little findings bag, and I'm going to put both strands of my Soft Flex through that. and I'm going to pull them up and pull. This is going to be wonky as you're working through it, but you'll push that down to tighten up your little cluster of beads down there. And then what you want to do is take two beads and put them on one strand and two beads on the other strand in the same color that you started with. And we're actually creating a little bit of a bow tie. So I'm taking the soft flex and I'm putting it back down through the beads on the other side. So you're kind of crisscrossing your wire up top and putting your wire kind of back down through your beads, and then you're going to crisscross again at the bottom after you pull that nice and tight and get your beads close to that center focal bead, and then you're going to crisscross and go back up again. So I'm positioning my beads, making sure they're all in line the way that I want them, and then I'm crisscrossing and taking my wire back up. You may be able to get that wire through both beads at the same time, but I was going up one bead, pulling tight, and then going up the second bead. So totally preference on your part. You might find it easier to go one at a time. And I'm always kind of pulling tight as I go through each step. So each part of the process of making this, I want to pull as tight as possible to make sure that everything is nice and in line and secure. So here I am going up through that last bead. Now, I'm going to do something here that I almost never do. Look at that bow. It's so cute. So I'm going to do something I almost never do, and that is I'm going to flat crimp. This is an application where it's okay in my book. Now, if you flat crimp, that's totally up to you. I don't like flat crimping. So this was something I had to really think long and hard about, but I'm crisscrossing my wires through that crimp, and then I'm going to give it a nice flat crimp. So I'm going to come in with my crimping tool, but I'm just going to use the very tip of it and push down to give that a nice secure flat crimp. And it's going to look just like that. And then I'm going to trim off my excess wire on either side of the crimp. And everything should be nice and tight and secure. And you've got this little bow tie thing that you can use as a bow tie. But I'm going to go one step further. I'm actually going to embellish those crimps. So I've got some diamond glaze. Diamond glaze is perfect for this application. So I'm going to with a toothpick, pull out 4 little stars out of this glitter mix. And this is not an easy thing to do. I don't know how I did it without getting glitter everywhere, but I got 4 stars out, and I'm going to use those with my diamond glaze. So I'm going to pour out a little bit of diamond glaze onto a piece of cardboard that I like to work from, and then I'm going to just apply a little bit of that diamond glaze onto one side of the crimp, and then with the toothpick I'm going to pick up one of the stars and place it on one side of that flattened crimp. So we've got a little star accent on this crimp, making it a little bit more decorative and making me not think it's a flat crimp. So I'm putting them on both sides of the crimp. So depending on how that thing hangs, you'll always have a little star at the end. Diamond glaze will dry clear. So even if you put too much glue on, it's totally cool. So I'm going to let that dry, let them dry on both sides. So I let the first side dry a little bit, then I place the second one, and then I let it dry for quite a bit. They look so cool. I love these as earrings. And what I'm going to do is take the ear wires from the findings pack, and I'm going to drop that right into the top loop and attach it right onto the soft flex that's up at the top. And then I'm just going to close up that ear wire. I think these are super fun. You could certainly orient these differently, maybe add some chain and use them as bow ties if you like, but they are super sparkly. They are definitely an all that glitters look. I did a second pair with the gold crystals and silver in the center, still placing those little stars at the bottom on my crimps. I had so much fun working with this kit. You can find this kit at softflexcompany.com. Thanks for watching.